I hope you understood the situation. They are terrorists who committed an offense against the head of state. And I mean the head of state by the one who was in here in 2018 and in 2019. And it was disgrace against the one in 2020, meaning they crossed all limits. That's the first thing. The second thing is that they didn't commit these offenses only nationally. The people who have electronic skills, they have IT skills, and they have some kind of maneuverability, have committed multitude of uh, criminal offenses against institutions mainly in Europe and very few in Canada and in the United States. And this has been like a complete surprise to me. And outside, there are individuals who are crazy. They pretend to be psychologists. They steal people money. They kidnap their children. They uh, they do a lot of atrocities. The question always remains is that the people who are in jail are the individuals who defend themselves. And when they defend themselves, they have been slightly weak. However, I'm defending myself and I'm not weak. I have a lot of resources available and they keep on fighting by any means. And it's individuals. She or he just behave like in a crazy fashion. They commit crimes against the military, they commit crimes against individuals. And this is stemmed from racism, from a Nazi behavior, from a Nazi background, and it keeps on escalating. It's not stopping. They uh, they have a wish, or they're not defending their women. They're not defending their country. They're not defending their currency. They are defending what is called a Bangalore bank. This is what they are defending. More to that is that when someone works with them or complete a job with them, they pay him back with nothing. And I'm saying it to this day, over like 18 months after the events, exactly 18 months, we're like the 22nd, 18 months after the events, nothing. Not even the A4 paper. Like, I studied hard, I studied an extremely difficult subject at a renowned university, and I completed my studies in 2018. They confiscated my items. They're confiscating my things, and these people are not Algerian citizens. They're individuals from the Arab League. Why? They are not abiding by the customs of this country. They speak our language fluently. They speak Arabic also fluently. The thing is that this is the situation is that well, I personally I asked for institutions to intervene, and when I made my complaint the first time, I made it too as a breach of the Rome Statute, meaning like I was abroad, and these individuals are trying to defend themselves in court by doing some stuff. That's first. Secondly, uh, when I sensed that there was human rights violations committed committed in Europe. Sweden is in Europe, and based on that, I made my application to their location. Things have happened in the city, in here, that well, that there has been some kind of postal problem. This is what and that I don't receive anything manually, electronically, or via post. And manually, I mean that someone in person knock on the door and provide stuff. And you know, they don't, is like there are like some kind of immunities. There's like military immunity, there's like diplomatic immunity, there's like humanitarian immunity, and there's some kind of perhaps royal standing. And you know, it's uh, it's like as I defined it in the past, there is someone in a controlling body of, is like there's someone in management who is doing this, meaning like depriving people from their own wealth. And when I mean from their own wealth, I don't mean like $50 million or 50 million euros or 100 million euro, or initially I didn't ask for 1 million euros. Like you get like 50,000 euro, and there are some crazy women who steal the money. Then some crazy parents steal the money to hide the cultural heritage crime that his son has committed or his daughter had committed. And they just come in here, they travel all the way, just come in here, and they display some kind of Nazism, some kind of religious fanaticism, and way more. And believe me, I I remain patient, and each individuals, as I said in the past, they are people or individuals who have a strong wish to be involved in military conflict, in a military battle with the United States, with NATO power, perhaps the African Union as well, because it's like there is no control of the place. It's like a jungle. And it's like complete anarchy as well. And sometimes you ask that this person or that individuals have been molesting women inappropriately without them asking, just like that, and way more. And why? I did signal in the past the behavior of the Tunisian supervisor, Tunisian origin supervisor, as well as way more. And in the past, I did mention something about host Bill Maher, actually, about someone making a judgment, and between NATO and Sweden, there is a need to have like some kind of special court about the entire situation, because you can't have like toddlers who keep can't have like toddlers who keep committing stupidities without the intervention of the authority. They still committing stupidities. Why do I say that they still committing stupidities? I am in the same situation as in 15th of August 2017, and around the day of 15th of August 2017, I did ask my family who are in here to contact the embassy, an Anglo-Saxon embassy, and the embassy has received the letters in due time, actually, meaning like there has been like a first parcel who was sent to Europe, and there are other parcels who are sent to the embassy of Anglo-Saxon countries. And thus during the initiation of the Brexit process. And the thing is that perhaps few diplomatic individuals committed, this is, let me be clear, committed a human trafficking or and breach of the Rome Statute against an individual who had been legally studying in what I could term as Sweden Air Force nearby, and I can never claim that I took part in. I can never claim that I took part in any activity of the Sweden Air Force. I was just a student there, and that studies it was some kind of protection, and it means that individuals or like citizens behave in a fashion they that they are part of a society in order to avoid a jail sentence. And apparently, as I have mentioned to the Austrian Ministry of Justice, because they are well aware that there is a high level of unprofessionalism with certain entities. And, I made a good use of my time while I was in here. I was just not studying. As I said in the past, I completed the business plan as early as April 2018. I completed my thesis in November 2017. I advanced quite significantly in the engineering document in regard to the engineering document in regard to engineering document in regard to best practices in environmental sustainability, and that took me like a lengthy period of time without forgetting the the introduction of legal complaints and waiting. And a rational person wait after he submitted a complaint, wait patiently outside of comfort zone, outside of discomfort zone, and outside of any criminal activity. And I did something smart. I stood outside of the police station. That's a funny thing. I stood outside of the police station. Therefore, I have witnesses that I was just standing like during the summer. I was just standing outside of the. I was just standing and sitting outside for perhaps hours, and all of the police officers who saw me there didn't provide me with an A4 paper or 3 A4 papers. And there has been in September 2019, at the last days, I did went to the postal office to retrieve something, and they said it was something from the Swiss embassy, meaning like the Swiss embassy. I collected a parcel from the Swiss embassy in September 2019, and it's a group of females, males and females, who steal people's money and people wealth and people contract, and they send it abroad. And when they do this, it's actually to cause industrial and construction damages to buildings and machinery and stuff like that. Meaning that sometimes we say that the people who don't look like us try to improve the society, while the people who look like us destroy the society.